Hey, welcome everyone in Brisbane Small Business. I'm Kevin Gammy. I'm just waiting for Tim Nicholls. He's meant to be here. Politicians running late. Who would have thought? Now, obviously very, very busy, and there's a whole lot of things happening at the moment in this particular space. Look, one thing that we did do is yesterday we did lodge a petition to the Queensland government to reopen all the grants programs because we believe it's absolutely imperative that they stimulate the small business economy to help us get out of this recovery faster or to go through the recovery faster. I believe that, whilst the Australian government has done an awesome job with small business owners, helping them with the JobKeeper program and all that sort of stuff, that provides a safety net for us. But what the state government haven't done is they haven't put any focus directly onto small business. Their only initiative directly related to small business in relation to trying to stimulate small business economy is to create a small business champion, which really confuses me because I believe we already have an ombudsman, we have a champion, and now to have a small business commissioner on top of that, and I'm sure that the innovation officer fits in there somewhere as well. What they're doing is putting more money into the public service whilst they're not putting money into small business owners, and not the best way to stimulate small business owners to help us close the gap between what the income that is derived per person by medium and large businesses and the income that is derived per person by small businesses. The greatest way to close the gap is to stimulate that small business economy. Adam's gone sound check. Adam, can you hear me now properly? Just checking if you can say yes. I'll keep talking. Adam, hopefully you can keep answering this. If you can answer that, that would be awesome. And one of the challenges of running live events and making sure everything's there when I can't hear. So I want to ask everyone, could you please sign this petition? Could you also please share it? We want it to go viral. We want it to go right throughout Queensland. This isn't a Brisbane issue. This is a small business family issue. Thank you very much, whoever said that. Now, what I want you to do, the whole purpose of this is to get funding back in that's akin to a combination of the Entrepreneurs Grant and the Digital Grant, where we're getting funding for services that will help small business owners work on their business. Because right now, if you've got excess capacity, if you could be using that time to work on your business, to improve the processes within your business, to improve your marketing, to improve your digital footprint, to improve your social media, to improve your automation. Think about all the different things that would save you time, would give you a better life, would help you serve your clients better and to serve more clients. This is the stuff that's going to close the gap between the typical $130,000 that a small business owner produces and the $250,000 plus that a typical person in big business produces. These are by statistics of the various governments. We account for 970,000 working Queenslanders, which is 44%. And yet, because we're typically made up of a business that has about 2.2 employees, the government tend to forget about helping those 2.2 employees. They're too busy worrying about, providing Virgin with $200 million worth of funding or looking at that. They didn't end up doing that, and I fully acknowledge that. However, they very seriously considered that proposition before they worked out that it just wasn't going to make any difference. And yet, for the $113 billion in, I think that was in 2017, that small business produces, in 2018, they awarded $6.2 million of funding under the Advanced Queensland Grant Schemes and wanted to make a big deal about that. Now, there seems to be a gross inequity here, and this is the discussion that I want to take to the Queensland government. This is a challenge that I want to take to the Queensland government to start making sure that 44% of the workforce is accelerated their efficiency coming through the recovery, rather than waiting for things to recover and then looking to support them when at a time when they're working very hard to get the business as well as to service the business. Now is the time when we should be working on our business. And if we had money to be working with business advisors, be it your digital marketer, be it your Facebook advertiser, be it your accountant, your lawyer, a coach or a mentor, be it whatever it is. If we had, if every small business that was affected by this had $5,000 or $10,000 to spend on a project that helped them do business better and be better and more efficient at doing business, then we would accelerate out of this recovery much, much faster. And that is the challenge. That's what I'm asking the Queensland government for. It appears that Tim's got caught up in something else, so I do apologise that he's not here. Would have been a great conversation to have with him, but we'll have to leave that for another day. I'm really keen to get feedback from our community on what they would spend funding on. I guess a really cool conversation to have in the feed here is, if the government was to provide you with $5,000 to $10,000 to spend on a project that would make your business more efficient, it would make it, would help you run your business better, what would you be thinking about spending that money on? Would it be on marketing or advertising? Would it be on putting in a new CRM and getting that set up so that you could engage better with your customers? Would it be about going to your accountant and getting more strategic advice, or a lawyer and getting strategic advice from them? Would it be about creating a business plan? If it's marketing, don't just think of marketing as one whole bucket. Go, okay, so I need more strategic marketing advice. I need social media advice. I need advice on integration or whatever else. I want you to start thinking, how could you use funding from the Queensland government to actually help you produce more revenue in the future? That is the goal, for you to produce more revenue so that ultimately you'd be paying more GST. That GST money would be coming straight back to the Queensland government. We want them to not be thinking of $6 million as awesome to support the 970,000 workers involved in small business. We want them to start thinking that we need to be looking at how can we make this percentage of the population more effective and more efficient so they're producing more income. With that, we will all earn more, we'll be paying more taxes, and everything would be great. They should be, Tony, I'm with you, they should be looking at how they can help us grow out of this storm, and that's a real key thing. So look, thanks very much for tuning in and watching. I will keep you updated, but please, if everyone could share the petition into as many different groups and share it, email it out to all of your clients and prospects and audience, anyone that's involved in small business. This is directly to affect you. If you are a service provider that helps small business become more efficient in what they do, this can directly affect you. If you are looking to improve your business over this time period, these funds can directly help you get the advice that's going to help you get there much, much faster. Imagine if you had a $10,000 gift to work on your business today. That's exactly what we're needing right now. So that's the stimulus that is going to be, that is going to help us grow our small businesses, that's going to help us grow faster out of this particular field. So thanks very much for watching. I appreciate your time. Hopefully you see my passion in this. It's not about me. It's not even about Brisbane small business. It's about all small businesses in Queensland. We're all being disadvantaged by the way the government, the Queensland government, have gone around their stimulus package. I want to close the gap between small business and big business efficiencies. And the way to do that is for the Queensland government to be helping us invest in becoming more efficient. So thanks very much for your time. Somebody's been looking at the admin costs of doing business, which one of the big reasons government doesn't use small business. Let's take the fight to them. I really do want to take the fight to them. And it's not because they're not working hard. It's not because they're not smart people. It's not because they're intentionally doing this. They are trying to do the best they can for the economy, but they've just had this blind spot when it comes to how do we help small business. So from that particular thing, I can't tell who's writing these comments. I'll get off this particular stream. I'll go start answering these questions, but please help us get this message out to everyone. Thanks very much for your time. Bye now.